Hey, what's going on, guys? So look what I found. Going through some stuff, I found my little collection of paracord bracelets, right? There's some other stuff in here as well, some other bracelets, but yeah, wow. Remember these things? Now, I know some of you guys still probably carry these. These were way, way popular. Like, if you were cool, and by I mean cool, I mean tactical, you had a paracord bracelet on, right? This fad to me, because I don't know if it's still as strong as it used to be. Again, there's dudes who have them. That's totally cool. But this definitely ran, I don't know how many years ago. Everyone had them. And people were making them for me and sending them to me, and I wore them every day. These are all the ones that I've ever worn. I've kept them all because I think they're cool, and I do want to wear them again sometime. I'm not wearing one right now. I haven't worn one in a while. I go back and forth with all kinds of stuff, even like a watch. I don't always wear a watch. I'll go through fads where I wear a watch for, a month and I don't. I use a cheapy watch at work, which, it's different just because I like to be able to see the time real quick without touching my phone. But anyway, paracord bracelets. So number one, are you wearing one? Write in the comments, let me know. Number two, even if you don't wear them, did you save them? These rubber bracelets were also super popular for such a long time. All kinds of stuff. I've done Tread on Me and different organizations, Believe in Heroes. All right, what's this one? Designated Driver, I Care, like all kinds of stuff here. White Rhino. What's this one? Knives save lives. Yes, they do. Right? So anyway, then I had this cool guy. I got this when I was, I want to say a teenager, late teenager. Not like early teens, like maybe 18, 19. I got this leather bracelet. Let me take this off. This is kind of holding us together too. I got this leather bracelet specifically for balisong flipping. When I got into aerials and stuff, I had a little scare where I had, I was doing a transfer. And I did like an aerial with the balisong, like maybe 3 or 4 flips, whatever, caught up my left hand, and it cut me right here, right on the side of my wrist. And it just, I envisioned doing different, balisong tricks, and it just slicing open my wrist and bleeding out too much. You know what I mean? I wouldn't bleed to death, I don't think. I'd probably grab my wrist and go, get help. But it freaked me out. So I'm like, we were at the county fair, and there was a guy who did all the leather stuff, and I'm like, dude, that's awesome. I'm going to get a nice wrist bracelet so that I can protect, I can protect my wrist when I'm flipping. And it was cool. But the problem is that it restricted my wrist a little bit, and I also felt like Conan the Barbarian wasn't really my style, but I kept it anyway because you never know. Maybe I'll change my mind one day and rock the leather bracelet. But yeah, I thought it was kind of cool. But anyway, so yeah, there's so many here. I mean, look, accessories like CRKT had this bottle opener, right? They made for these, so you can put it on there, and you're at your party, and you got your cool bracelet. No one even knows it's on the bottom. You got your beer cat. You're like, ta-ta-ta, poof, caps off. People are like, oh my God, what happened? This dude is just now the focus of the party. All kinds of stitches here, different styles. I got some lanyards on here for some reason as well. Let's take a look at these real quick. I also have a chain, or 2 chains. So let's see, this is kind of a snake, so hang on. Let me figure out what's going on here with how this thing is put together. Okay, so all these rubber ones, I don't know why it's all attached to these, but let's put these on. I got a little Al Capone cigars too. Alright, so let's put that aside. We're not really talking about that. We're not really talking about this either. These are a bunch of lanyards. Oh, I love these. These are super cool. You know, right? Ranger beads. Yeah, let's put that aside. Alright, so we're looking at here. Come on, get off screen. Get off screen. You're distracting everyone. So let's go through real quick and just kind of look at each one. Alright, because I got them like in a chain here. This one's really cool for the color patterns. I remember this red and white one I wore forever. This has a different, I absolutely love just the simplicity of this, just having the paracord knot. You slide the knot over, right? That's how you get it on and off. So I slip it over the wrists, put that knot right behind there, and then you can snug this up so it does not come off. So, so cool. And I dig the red and white. I wore that for months and months. All these other ones I don't recall specifically. A couple of them, the color patterns I remember. But all just very kind of tactical, you know, desert camo and the grays and the ACUs and stuff. This one's cool. This was a survival one. They got little cuts in here. This one, the red, I believe, is that fire cord. All right, here's a different kind of round stitch, which is really neat. All right, this one, that flat double, what is it, double cobra? I forget, but I remember wearing that one because it was just totally different. This one, I forget what that meant. It was the green ribbon. I remember wearing it, but for the life of me, cannot remember what it stood for. I'm going to have to look it up again now. I remember these were very popular as well for the, you know, connections. But yeah, this is these are all the ones that I actually wore for like extended periods of time. Every single one on the table here, I wore between a week and a month or 6 months or whatever. That's why these all got connected, because once I got a new one, I would literally put it, this used to hang in my closet, I would click it onto the, you know, the little chain here and move on to the next one. Same thing with these, wore all these rubber ones on and off forever. I know I've had more of these. I mean, this is probably only half of the paracord bracelets I've ever had. Who knows where the other ones went over the years? You know, they're probably mixed in with all kinds of stuff. But I thought I'd share it with you guys, just to ask, you know, because I don't know what's cool. I'm 40, you know, so let me know. People still wearing paracord bracelets? I know it's funny because people are all gray man this day and age, and it's like, yeah, I don't want to. If I wear a tactical bracelet, people are going to know I'm carrying a gun. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, I don't know, like if you're wearing like a crossbody tactical bag, any kind of bag essentially. If you have a fanny pack or a bag with Molly gear on it, you look like that dude who probably conceal carries, you know what I mean? So like some people don't want to look suspicious. They don't want to look the part of the guy who carries because they don't want anyone knowing. They want the element of surprise if they need to defend themselves and blah, 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 blah. You don't want to be stereotyped, right? Or, you know, criticized for how you look and what kind of person you are. But I would probably say that, I mean, if you have a paracord bracelet, at the very least, you watch Naked and Afraid, right? All the way up to you are, you know, in the service 25 years plus. So, and anything in between, I suppose. But yeah, let me know. Is it cool? I mean, I don't really care about being cool or anything. I'll still rock them even if they're dorky. You know, it doesn't bother me in that sense. It's just, again, I go back and forth between what I do. For years and years, I was so focused. Like, I had so many different EDC items. And you guys know I've always had a really heavy EDC, just like too much stuff. And so, like, years ago, I ditched the bracelet idea because the bracelets for me, even though, yeah, if you got lost in the woods, you got paracord to survive with and make shelter, like all that stuff's cool, but I'm not really expecting to get lost in the woods anytime soon. If I did, I have my gun, I have knives. The bracelet is one of my last concerns having, you know what I mean? Some of them have built-in whistles, you know, in the attachment. One of them probably here somewhere. I know I've had that multiple times on paracord bracelets. There we go. Here's a survival one. This one has a whistle built into it. Sorry, the rubber thing's kind of covering it. This one also has a flint and steel. You know what I mean? Like, this is literally a flint, and there's your striker, right? So you can, I suppose you'd break the plastic off, but there you go. You have your flint and steel. Come on. Come on, get a spark. Get a spark for the video. There we go. That was actually quite a spark. But yeah, like, you know, survival stuff, you know what I'm saying? Survival mode. Yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments. Talk about paracord bracelets. That's the subject here. Are they cool? Do you wear them? Are they not cool? Do you not wear them? Did you ever need one? Did you ever cut one off? One time I did. One time I cut it off for the cord. It wasn't survival at all. I think I was tying something up in my the trunk of my car, to be honest. But you know what it was? I think it was gas. I think I was in some situation where I know I was with my dad. We went to the gas station to get gas. I feel like it was back when he had it was before he has a Kia now. He had a Toyota sedan. I think it was a Corolla. I forget what year. It was a red Corolla. And he got gasoline. I went with him to get gasoline for, he has a golf cart. And we put it in the trunk, and we didn't want it falling over. And I had nothing. He had nothing in the trunk to tie it up with. Literally had a paracord bracelet on. I'm like, this is what it's for, right? Oh, survival. This is my moment. And I took my knife and I cut it off. And I remember it taking me like 2 or 3 minutes to literally unravel the damn thing. And I had enough, you know, of the cordage where I literally just tied it to something like, you know, I forget what it was, maybe even the hinge of the trunk on the side or something. I just remember rigging it, just like a quick rig, so that, whoa, hello, so that it wouldn't, you know, tip over in the trunk on the way home. That's all. It was spur of the moment, one of those things where you MacGyver stuff. But I do remember feeling very excited that I was able to use my paracord bracelet for something like important. Like that's the only time one of these actually like got use. Does that make sense? Otherwise they were just for looks. You know, it is what it is. It's fine. They're a statement for sure. I am tactical, and just know that. So everyone you walk by knows, okay, that guy's tactical. So yeah, anyway, let me know your thoughts and feelings. That's all. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. I will see you tomorrow with a new video. Take care.